Hello, this is Lolly. Welcome to my channel. So those of you who are fairly new to my channel might not be aware, if you haven't gone back to my previous videos, that I often have what I describe as crafty dreams, meaning I actually dream up a project in my dreams at night while I'm asleep. Sometimes I call it dream crafting, but anyway, this was my latest project that I dreamed of, was having this spider hanging off of here. So I just thought it would be so cute to go with our group's 12 paper clips of 2020 challenge for October. And you want to see how I made this? Follow along and let's get started. So what you're going to need, this is a 3-inch clip, and their supply list will be down below. I am using the Gnome for the Holidays Halloween paper collection by Photoplay. Again, the supply list is below. You will need a piece of cardstock. This is 2.5 by 8 1/4. If you want a little more of the back cardstock showing, make it longer than 8 1/4. And my little Spidey is shedding. You will need a 1-inch circle punch or some way to make approximately a 1-inch circle. Now I have these little hairy pieces here that I got this, I don't know if it was Michael's or the dollar store last year after Halloween when everything went on clearance. It's great, but you can use black yarn. It doesn't have to be this. So you need 6 or 8 pieces that are 1.5 inches long. I realize that spiders are supposed to have 8 legs, but he's a cute spider, so he can get away with 6. And then you will need a web for him to hang on. Again, it could be string or thin yarn. This is embroidery floss. You need a piece of that that's about 5 inches long. And then whatever embellishments you want for your paper. Okay, let's get started and let's get rid of some of my spider hair here. So we have that cardstock that is 2.5 by 8 1/4. And I want to score that at 4 inches. I'm just going to give that a nice burnish. I'm using this Dress My Craft fishtail punch, but you don't have to. You can just, if you cut out one fishtail, you can lay it out on the other side and trace that to get that copied. So now figure out which way is the front, and that is the one where we can see the back showing there. So this is going to be what we're going to decorate, and I want to decorate that before I actually put it on the paper clip. However, I'm thinking that I want to make my spider first so he can have a chance to dry and set up. So let's get that out and get our 1-inch hole punch and get the 2 pieces for his body. And then you might also grab some foam tape while you're at it. Now I am going to take 1 piece of foam tape and I'm sticking that right down the center. I'm bringing all my little legs over here. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to put 3 dots on each side here. You know, more like globs than dots, because I want them to hold the legs in place. It doesn't matter if I get extra in there, it's okay. You know, it's kind of stringy. Whoops, and there it's sticking to me. There. Now I just want to put the tip of each leg in those little blobs. If you have a curvy piece, put those in the front, because I like it for his front legs to kind of curl down. Okay, the next thing I want to do is take that 5-inch piece of spider web, and I want to put a little knot on each end, and that just helps it to not slide out of the project. It just gives it something more for the tapes and adhesives to adhere to. Okay, now I'm going to peel off the backing here and place that right down the center of my foam tape. Now the next thing, this is a little trickier, is I want to add a little bit of Fabri-Tac on top of the web and the legs, and the Fabri-Tac picks up some of those fuzzies that are coming off the legs here, so it gets on the bottle. Okay, once we get that, just cover that up and let that set. Now you don't have to do anything to the spider On my first one, I went ahead and used some Wink of Stella on there to make them a little frostier, because I felt that with the shimmery legs, it really looked nice to have that on there. So if you have some Wink of Stella, or even Mod Podge even has some glittery Mod Podge. So there's other, or you could just glitter it. You could also do this before you assemble the spider. Last year, when I was doing my crafts, my Halloween crafts, I made my own confetti by using a regular standard hole punch. And I had cut out, I had made some glitter paper, and then I used a hole punch to punch them out. So I'm going to use those for his eyes. I'm going to put my 2 dots down at the bottom. I like his eyes to be down at the bottom and kind of close together. I think it makes him more cute. And this is just a wax pencil for picking up embellishments. You can use tweezers. Okay, he's coming alive, but I realized that he still needs something else there. So I'm just taking this black marker and just tapping on there to give him little pupils right there. Very cute. Okay, so let's set him aside and let him dry. He's got to get his spook on. Okay, so let's take this. Now we're going to use the cut-aparts from this collection and pick up this Franken gnome, which I think is adorable. I just want to clean that up a little bit, clean up the edges, because you could see some of the edges of the colors of the other cards next to it. And also I want to make sure that I have a good squared off, that all my angles are 90 degrees on here and straight. Then I'm going to adhere that to black cardstock. I'm going to put that in a little bit. Then I'm going to use the layering guides to make sure I have a good straight edge on those. Okay, let's grab the, let's see, 3/16 and our craft blade. Perfect. Now I would like to use foam tape to put this up, but you can see what I did here is I put this little skull there, and it makes it hard if you've got this elevated. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to glue him on, and you can see that the very bottom tip of him is not going to be adhered. So when I adhere this, I want to leave a little area there that's not glued on. Make sure that's good. Okay, now the skull that I used is a little die from Tim Holtz. Let me show you. It's this set here, and what is it called? It's 662379. It is so cute. So I just had this little skull set there. And I will cut that out. And so it does do the skull, the crossbones, and the little hollow places for the eyes. And I will cut that out off camera. Okay, so I have this, and I want to give it a little bit of aged look, because we don't want it to be a brand new skeleton, do we? I'm using the Black Soot Distress ink. Now we want to get his little face put together. I'm going to start with the nose hole. There we go. And now let's get him attached. Now I'm going to hang this left side of his head off. So I put my fingers there to know not to put glue on that place right there. Same thing with the bones here. I'm putting my fingers where it's going to go off the card, so I know not to glue that. I need to raise that a little bit, I think. There we go. Now I have these little, they're called Braddies. They're Bat Brads from Doodlebug. And I'm going to put one of those right in the corner here before I fix the paper clip together. They are so adorable, and they're nice and glossy metal. And I have the bat wing hanging off the edge of that paper clip as well. How cute. Now all we need to do is add our web and our spider. So I'm going to take, and first of all, we need to get that paper clip going too, because we need to get that in here before I add the tape. Once I add that tape, it's going to be very difficult, and I want my paper clip to come in this way on my book. So I'm going to put the double loops on the left, thread that through. There we go. Now I can add a strip of double-sided tape right down the middle here. Okay, I'm going to bring my spider over. Let's make sure he's laying flat. And I'm going to put that right on that double-sided tape. And again, this is where why that knot is so helpful. Now I'm going to put another piece of double-sided tape over that. You could also use your Fabri-Tac. Holding the string down while I lift that tape. It's really going to help me. Make sure the paper clip is all the way up in that top crease before you fold it down. And there you have it. And now when you put this on your book, you're going to have that really cute spider hanging down on that page. Whoops. And there you have it. So check out the supply list and the links down below. I'm going to give you the link to the paperclip art group. And while you're at it, check out this really fun video right here.